Hello and welcome everyone to today's stream. I hope the audio is working today. My normal setup is not working, so I need to check the audio, if the audio is working on the stream really fast. And if it's working, then we can kick this off. I lost my monitor, so that means I'm using my secondary monitor and I'm switched around. So I'm not sitting where I'm supposed to sit usually. And with that, that means the microphone is not in front of me and I can't use it. So I'm using a secondary microphone that I have, a lav mic instead. And this is the first time I actually use it for streaming. So I don't really know how good this is going to be. So with that out of the way, the plan for today is to try two DLCs. The first one is the new, let me try to find it, OXBO, I think it's called, the company. Let's see, this one, it's here somewhere, we will find it, under O, yeah, this one. So we're gonna buy all 4 of these equipments, see what they are there for. This is a windrower, I know that. This is for grapes. This is for grapes, most probably. This tractor for so I need to understand how to use these ones efficiently. Yeah, so these are for slurry, I guess, and manure, and these ones are for grape harvesting, and also it can do herbicide and liquid fertilizer, so sounds like fun. And this one is a giant windrow, as far as I understand, 12 meters, not a giant, but 12 meters. Already to like start this, I'm already not impressed with the pack. If this was a DLC, sorry, a mod, I wouldn't even bother to download it. None of these things I need or use, but I got it as part of the yearly, like what they call it, the bundle for the year, so that's why I have it. And I'm gonna give it a try and see how it feels. Another disclaimer is I never grew grapes before. This is gonna be my first time growing grapes, so this is going to be a learning experience for that regard. The second thing we're gonna take a look at is under production, greenhouses. There is this modular greenhouse here, and this is a greenhouse mod. This is not a DLC, this is not made by Giant. I think the name is Greenhouse Modular. You can see it at the bottom here. And this is a greenhouse module that allows you to create your own type of greenhouse setup. I think the rotation of these is locked at only 90 degrees. I think it's locked at 90 degrees. So that's something we need to work with, because this field is not 90 degrees, or like the road is not 90 degrees here, but that's something we need to work with. And it has, what this offers you is a way to create your own greenhouse, like make a big greenhouse and attach it to like stuff to get what do you call it, vegetables and stuff like that. You can see the output at the bottom. It's the standard cabbage or salad, tomatoes and strawberries. They have a file on the mod page that shows you what you need to do to create a greenhouse. So we're gonna follow that. Like they tell you which module you need to do, like because some of the modules are corners, some are in the middle section, and some are on the sides. And then you can pick and choose which ones you need to create a greenhouse. So we're gonna play around with that, see how it works. Also, according to the mod page, they have connections or integrations with some BGAs. And I think the BGAs they're talking about is the ones from that are not from the Pumps and Hoses DLC according to their page. So it's the Lizard or Planet modular ones, and I think I already have those. So if I go in their factories, I think I have the Planet one somewhere. Not this one. Let me check. This one is from the greenhouse modular thing. So this is part of the same module, and I think they have this one for manure. This one is for blending stuff. So this is, I need to understand how to use these. And this one is the modular BGA one that I was telling you about. So and this one apparently integrates with the other modular one, the greenhouse one. And I think what you need to do is you need to create heat or something like that, and that will be picked up by the greenhouse to make it like to adjust the temperature. So it's a lot of moving parts, and that's why I'm using a new save. I'm just gonna be using the dev tools to get money and stuff like that, because everything here is expensive. I thought about doing this in the Frontier playthrough we're doing, but we're gonna just end up losing a lot of money, and I didn't feel nice to just like get the money back while experimenting. So I'm gonna experiment here, and if everything goes well, we are going to make a mega greenhouse, or at least a big greenhouse in the Frontier area. Just a heads up if this works out, of course. So first order of business is to start with the greenhouse thing, and I'm gonna open up the diagram they have and try to understand how to get this one running. So the problem I have now is I don't have a second monitor, so this is making things a bit weird. But I think the smallest one we can try is module 1, module 4, module 16 and 13, I think. So let's try this one and see if it works out as a greenhouse. So I said module 1. This one is the bottom corner. It doesn't feel like the bottom corner, but so I'm gonna take it on this orientation so it's aligned with the diagram. So this is the first one, and then I can go with module 4 after this. So this is 4, and you can see it there. Yeah, now those two are aligned. And then we need to close this, and to close this we need module 16 and module 13. Yeah, those are the first ones there, so let's try those. I don't know what these modules are, just so you know. So this is 13. 13 is the bottom corner. Yeah, I think it works like this. And module 16 is this corner thing. And I think this is the smallest greenhouse you can make with this setup, at least module wise. I don't know if there are any other things. We need to get this one working. So apparently we failed. This one is not working for sure. Let me try to understand what else do we need. So if you build a large to build a closed greenhouse, you need at least 4 modules with a gate. Okay, but how do I get a gate? That's what I'm missing. I thought these would be a gate, but no, these are not gates. I'm missing something, apparently, as you can see. So let's try that again. Let me just get more money. So I'm gonna use this to sheet some money. And let's try to understand the problem. So what they say here is you need at least 4 module with the gates. Okay, so let's try that again, see what I'm missing when it comes to the production. Is there something here that says a gate? Is there a way to change this? No? I'm trying to see if there is like a different variation of this. So let's go back. Module 1. So I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna try to get rid of these trees. Probably should have chosen another map actually, because this one has a lot of trees everywhere. So let me just go to the store and buy some. I think it's here. No. Trying to buy chainsaws. The Husqvarna one. And yes, that's how you pronounce it. It's not Husqvarna. So and I have the lumberjack mod on, and I have super strength on, so I'm just removing the leaves so it's clear where it goes. And then, so how can I take this? I need to enable that apparently. Is it here maybe? Let me check. No, maybe here. I remember it being under some settings. Yes, it's here. Lumberjack, create wood chips on. But I do not see anything with super strength, so now I'm confused. Okay, is it on the key parts that stopped working? That's always weird. Yeah, it is there. Okay, so we can, I think I can turn on super strength in here. I can't even turn super strength. Something is weird. Okay, so change of plans. We're gonna cut this one until we can take it, and then we can move it around out of the way. There you go. There you go. And I don't know why the lumberjack stopped working, so that's concerning. There you go. I think I need to cut this one maybe. I'm gonna try something else. Let's see. Normal strength is, I don't know, 1000. So now we will have super strength all the time. The only difference is you don't get the reach. But I have no idea why lumberjack stopped working, so I need to investigate that. Or why my keyboard stopped working, so that might be another issue actually. The other issue I have with this setup is I need to alt tab to check the chat from time to time, given that I don't have the chat in front of me. So that's another downside to not having my main monitor. So that looks nice. So let's go back to the game again. And let's try that again. So what it says is I need to build a greenhouse. So let's delete this one. I mean, this one apparently didn't work. Okay, I think I know why. I think the problem was I do not own this area, maybe. So let's buy all this space. Yes, that was the problem. Okay. So let's get back to that. So the easiest one is we'll have 4, which is 1. Let's remember which ones we made. I used 1. I used 4, 1, 4, 16, and 13, or 13 and 16. So that was the. Apparently, I was not recording correctly. Sorry about that. Because I switched monitor, so the game is now 4K instead of 1440p, and it was out of bounds. So that was not a good look. But so let's do that again. I'm gonna demolish this, and we're gonna rebuild the greenhouse again. So the way you do it is module 1. This is the bottom left corner according to their design. And then module 4. And this is the top left corner. Using, what do you call it? The orientation of module 1 as orientation. And then it's module 13 and 16. So 13 is at the bottom near 1, but it's on the other corner, so that's the right corner. And then 16 is on top. And this is a simple modular greenhouse. I think this is the simplest one. No active production, so let's open the production and let's see what we can do. So every module is its own thing. I'm going to enable water. They have an automated waterworks, like an automated watering system, if I remember. And you can see this one is, you have 2 types of tomato, one with normal water and manure, and one with liquid fertilizer and manure with heat, and this one is not is without heat. So and we have GH substrate distributor, so that's, and GH substrate, and I don't know how to get that one actually. So I need to understand how to get that one to get this one running. So I'm just gonna start with the easy one, trying to get the substrate to run. And then we will take a look at how can we get the nutrient, water, and hot air in here. So these are missing material. And is there a let me try to understand. The to input the seeds and everything, I put them directly into the greenhouse. So that means if I order stuff here, and let's go and grab some pallets. So what I need is I need seeds. So this is seeds. We need probably some fertilizer. And what else do we need? Seeds, fertilizer, and the substrate. And I don't know how to make substrate, so that's a challenge. So I need to understand how to make substrate. Okay, this is not working as I expected it to work. Okay. So where was the area, the drop area? So the drop area is here. So you need like a small tractor if you want to play with this one. So let's grab a couple of those. By a couple, I mean a lot. Not you. And I'm gonna check the store to see if I can find substrate in like pallets or something. Because that's something that we need to be able to get. So we have stones, we have lime, fertilizer, seeds, no substrate. Pallets, maybe it's under pallets. These are the farm supply stuff and greenhouse substrate. Okay, so we can get substrate from the store. So to get us running, you can get the substrate, the seeds, the water and everything from the store, and the water you can get it from a reservoir, or if you have an auto watering mode installed, you can use that. Okay, I think that wasn't supposed to work like that. No, it worked like it should. Okay. So let's see how much. I think it's 5,000 of each. Yes, 5,000 of each. So some more seeds and then it's the substrate. And I need to understand how to make substrate. This one doesn't even make a noise when you're filling it, but now we are running. So this here is done this way. So now let me try to understand the second one. The second one, you need seeds, heat, and substrate distributable. So those are two separate things. You can have substrate or you can have it distributable. And according to the diagram that I have, the distributable one is made like they have a building for that. Same for the water and same for the water infused things, like the water infused fertilizer. So that means to get this one in here, I need to create a building, probably under production. Let's see. So this one. And I don't know how they will connect actually. There is nothing here highlighted. Probably like this. So this one is for water. This one is for the distributable substrate. And then they have water pump. Come on. It's weird. The rotation is weird. That's the thing I hate about this mod with the buildings. Okay, good. The grid snapping is really horrible. And then this one is for the heating part. Okay. This one I think it's the same actually. This one is for the heating, but this one takes this one takes the wood chips and straw and turn them into thermal directly, I think. So I'm gonna put it here, like a bit far away. I need to get rid of that tree. Maybe not now, but okay. I'm gonna put this one far away. So right now we didn't use any of these of the other what do you call it? BGA modular one, like the other mod. So everything we did up to this point is with the modular greenhouse mod. And I'm trying to find the... So this is the one they want you to use or to get. So this one gives you gas as output. And the energy you use to power the water pump. Okay, so let's try to understand how this one works. Solid fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. So I'm gonna run both. I think I can get straw. I don't know if I can get wood chips or not. Is there any other one? Okay, so I can run this one with okay, so I need to okay, so I need to run this one to get distributable power, and to get that I need to run it with diesel. So I'm just gonna buy the diesel. I think I can buy it directly. So if I buy the diesel in here, this will start making water, and I can make water with electrical charge. I need to understand how I can get electrical charge in. And this one is I need to understand how to get the GH substrate. And I think the GH substrate might be from the BGA actually. Let me just Google that. I don't think there is any other place to get the GH substrate from. At least I can't see any. I can't see anything on their site that says, or in Google, like with a quick Google search. So I think we need to buy the GH substrate. So this one is running on straw or wood chips. So let's try to get straw in here. For that, I'm gonna just buy straw bales. Let's get a lot of these. So this is something you can get from the market, as you saw there. Okay, you cannot use bales. You can use bales. Okay, just the drop point was outside here, not on the top there. Okay, so now this one should be running. And this one is creating straw and creating electrical charge. So if I change this one to distributing, that means that one will go to the water one that requires electrical charge. So this one is really nice. The one that's creating hot air. So, and then I set this one to distributing, and then the hot air will go into the other building, which is this one, or these ones. So now I understand how this works. I think you just need to set it to distributing. I don't think there is another way to do it. I'm not sure. At least the instruction didn't say anything, and my gut feeling is telling me just distribute it. So is this all you can take, or do you need more? You can handle more straw, so. And this is actually a nice use of straw because like after a while, even for animal bedding and everything, you kind of don't have a lot of uses when it comes to straw. And it's a byproduct of a lot of crops, so if you're growing any crops, you probably have straw to feed this, so it's not a bad thing to have. So the other one requires methane to run, and for methane you need to have a BGA or access to a BGA. So running this hot air one is a bit more involved if you don't want to have a BGA. So if I was making this, I would use the one that we're using with straw or wood chips, just because it's easier to get started. The problem is this one is a bit more expensive as the building, and when it comes to the production per month, it's not slower. I thought it's gonna be slower, but no, it's not slower. 25. No, it is slower. It is way slower than the methane one. So if this one will not create as many as this one, so let me try to get this one. So 1020, so that's that. Then 120,000, and then this one is 240. 25. So let me try to get this one divided by that one multiplied by 100. So it's like 20 times more, I think. Yeah, it's 20 times more efficient, or like more productive, to use the methane one than to use the straw one. So this one will not produce enough or as much hot air as the other one. So that's something to keep in mind. So I'm gonna go and try to start this one, see what I'm missing. So first is the seeds. We have the seeds. The hot air, we have hot air production, needs to start distributing, and the what do you call it, nutrient water, that's something that we need to work on. So first I need to activate this one, so this one is active now, and we need to start setting to distributing most probably. And when we do that and we go to this one is lacking the distributable water, so it should, as soon as we start, let's see, it says it needs solid fertilizer and liquid fertilizer. So I think I already have solid fertilizer actually, so let's just grab the liquid one. I wanted to see or hear. I mean, I know this, what they call it, this fertilizer, I had some issues with it before. I think there is another liquid fertilizer that is better to work with. So this is liquid fertilizer. And where is the other one? I think it was this one that was working, because it just doesn't when you try to pour it in, it just doesn't work. Yeah, and you can see it here with this one. I'm gonna try with this one and see if it works. No, so you can't do it with this one. All you need is you need to use a mod to get it in there, or probably you need a trailer or something like that. And this is gonna be slow, apparently. So let's wait for this. And meanwhile, I'm just gonna test the audio. Yeah. Meanwhile, I need to check on the productions and see if this is working. No, it's not. This one is not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase the speed of everything. I don't care if we're missing weather or whatever. We will deal with the grapes later on. So let's go to this one and let's set the speed to 3. Okay, so this one now is running because now we're distributing the water because of the time is moving, and you can see we have nutrient water right now there. Okay, so this one is working, it's still doing that, so that's nice. So, and then I'm just gonna set this one to distributing. So this one is have everything it needs except for the distributable substrate, and for that we need to buy it. So I would probably, if I'm gonna end up buying it from pallets all the time, maybe even buy it directly in there. But so this is the one. We need 10 of these probably. So this one has everything it needs to start producing. So let's have this one produce. And then the problem I have with this mod is scale. And I don't know if there are any production limits in the game, because every single module is its own thing. So that kind of limits how big the greenhouse is going to get, and also the what do you call it? The other types of production you can run on that map. The problem with the liquid fertilizer is something that you need to fix somehow. So let's say I can fix this one for now with just, yeah, we can put the solid fertilizer in there. That will make it go faster probably. Because this one, what do you call it? It drops faster. Probably I will run that one with solid fertilizer instead of liquid fertilizer. It is producing the same thing in the end. And it's eating fertilizer like there is no tomorrow. Let me just check this one. So, what? I can't anymore. Okay, that's weird. Okay, so out of space. So the production of this one is really good. Already we are like at full capacity for tomato and strawberries. So let me see. I'm gonna stop these ones, like the normal production. I'm gonna let it only run on the other production. So everything is going to run on the okay, at the bottom, and the same one for this one. And I'm gonna see like how does it am I not in here? How does it handle the material? Like, sorry, seeds, water. How does it handle scaling? So with like one wood chips thing, can it handle this one or not? So this one is missing seeds most probably, and the substrate thing. Is this one not running? Okay, this one is storing. So let's set this one to distributing first. So everyone should be able to get. It's already gone. So we run through this like really fast, but these should have. These are running. Okay, this one has seeds in it, so that's why it's running. So what you need is to give it seeds, and as soon as you give it seeds, it will just run. That's nice. So let's do that. I think I have seeds in here. And the problem or the thing I'm trying to check is how much hand holding you need to do with this. Because if I'm running... Wow, that's eating through seeds really fast. Because if I'm running greenhouse, I really don't want to be spending a lot of time tending to it. It's like I would like to have it as an investment for a while and then deal with it later on, but not something you deal with on a monthly basis in game. Then it feels like having animals like cows instead of having a greenhouse. So that's the thing I want to check is how much can it scale, and the when it comes to production, how many of these do you need to sustain it? And also when it comes to gameplay time, like real time, how much hand holding do you need? So the blending station is keeping up with these four like there is no tomorrow. The water station is doing really well. Like the electrical charge one is running really well. So what do you call it? The thermal power station is keeping up with one. The substrate one is not keeping up at all. So that is the problem I would say I have with this mod, is the substrate. Because if that's not something I can make, then it's a bit weird. Like, why can't I make it from manure and something? Like, I don't know. Manure and straw or something like that. I understand why it's substrate, like in the game that I mean, like for example, that some maps have sand or something, but that's the problem I have. And you can see how fast it goes, like with the substrate, how fast it runs through it, and how fast it gets consumed. Like, it's two things there. But so what you need if you want to automate this is, and this is all out of space, so this is so funny actually. So let me try it like that. So we have that one there. And now the other question is, how can I get stuff out of this in a nice manner? So if I go to this one And let's say I want to start spawning these. I mean, you can set it to selling, so that will work. But if I set it to spawning, and usually with my greenhouses, I would run a truck, like, usually I run the Fiat because it's cheap. So I would run it like this. This is my normal setup when it comes to running the let's see, plastic, white, white. So I usually run it with this tractor, like this setup, and an auto load container. I think it's this one that I usually run with. So that's how I usually run my my greenhouses. So let's see if I can do that. Because the problem I have is I don't think I can run a truck in there. And then it makes it a lot of hassle to get the produce out of there. So that's another problem to keep in mind. So auto load is 0 pallets, that's correct. So let's just start auto loading. Let's move the pallet from here. So can I fit this one in there? Probably not. I mean, yes, so that is a problem when it comes to getting the produce out. I don't understand. I kind of understand why it was in. So let me see the diagram. Maybe they have a place to get it out or something. Like in the buildings here. Nothing under greenhouse. Module 15 is weird. I think it's on the middle. Okay, module 15, 9, and 3 cannot produce anything. So here are the setup they are. So 15, what did I say? 9 and 3. So those should not produce anything. 9 and 3. So those you use just to extend the size or have as like as a stop. And then you can have more production, and then you close it with a corner. So we will try to make a big one after this, just to see like how a big one looks like. Maybe like 2, 1 stop and 2, and then have it like 3 across or something. I don't know. I'm gonna try to make a big one after this one, just to test it. But right now I'm trying to see if there is anything that I can use to collect that, and I don't see anything from them. So let me think a bit. I think what I can do is, I think there is a silo probably I can use. Container. Yeah, I think it's this one. So let me just think. I never used this one, just so you know. So, but as far as I understand, this silo distribution mod, and I think it's called, let's see, the name of the mod is silo storage and distribution. So that's the name of the mod. You can read it at the bottom. This one allows you to get anything in and out of this, and it's a production at the same time. So that means it can accept everything, and then it can distribute everything everywhere. So it's kind of a hub. So what I'm thinking about doing is this. So these will set to distributing, and because they're doing distribution on this one, they will end up on this big one. Now the problem would be, how can I sell it, or how can I get out of this one? So that's going to be another problem here. So let's see, where are the tomato going? What did I do? Yes, that's distributing. And it's not distributing. Did it sell it? Let's see. Does this one has anything? No. Okay, this one is within my land, so it's not a land issue. Let's put a light in here just so we can see what we're talking about. So this one is not really distributing the way, or this one is not receiving the stuff the way I thought it's going to be. So that's kind of bummed it out a bit. So let's see, how can I get stuff out of here? Then the other option I have is a small truck, I guess. Let me take a look at their pictures and what do they have in the pictures. Okay, they have some tractors inside, not trucks, so maybe it's just smaller tractors can fit in. Let's see, can I get small tractor in? The one I usually use is this one, I think. I always like to run this tractor. Yeah, so let's run this one. No. And I need to start, I want to use GPS, the GPS mod. It's snowing. I don't like snowing, but that's what you have to deal with. So I can get in here. Okay. So let me think this through. I can get in, like small victories. Let's see. I think this one can auto load. And this one too. So let's try this one because this one is lower. And then I can try with this one. Because my problem, if I can't go and drive through and use it, it's just gonna be so much hassle to get this stuff out. But at the same time, for realism and stuff like that, I mean, it makes sense. So let's see. Okay, so that's tipping. So this one is working. So I move here. Okay. So if I set this one to spawning, that I mean, with the amount of production this has, what we can do is we can do a, let me just run this one. If this one take directly off the other one, That would have been cool. Okay, so I'm thinking about something like that. A bit more smoother than what happened there, but a setup like that with these. So let me just move up. Okay, what's wrong with you? You? Okay. So that one can take 12. I'm just gonna see if I have any more what do you call them? Loading stations, like with auto load in them, just to see how can I run this one. There is this one too, so let's try this one, see how much it can handle. This one can handle 8. This one can handle 12. This one can handle 50. You see the difference between those? This one. Ooh, can this one run with auto load? That would be fun. You can do that. Maybe that's one way to do it actually. We run it with big containers. The other one I'm thinking about is running with a with one of these. And these ones have autoload built in. So if we run with Unreal Capacity, for example, let's try this one so you understand what I'm talking about. And grab one of these trucks. I think the other one can run with autoload too. This one. The problem with these ones is they run with only one. Okay. How many does this one? This one runs 6. Okay. So let's see. The problem with some of the autoloads is they can handle only one type of crop at a time, so that might be a limiting factor. But with this one can run with 8, so I know this one is worse than what I have. So, but this is an option that we can run. I enable this, so now autoload is on. And the thing with this autoload mod is you can run multiple types of crops with it. I don't know why it's not spawning stuff. It should be spawning stuff. Okay, this one. Yeah, now it's finished spawning. So this one has 8 in it. So yes, this one has 8 in there, and then I can run here and press I like that, and then this one can load all of those like this. So this is how we can make a setup. So we can make a small run into a big run. The production rate is really high, like every month. So this one was like at 3,000, and now you can see now it's almost full again, like the lettuce there. So it produces a lot of produce, but at the same time the logistics part of this is a lot. I mean, these are keeping up actually. I mean, I'm not really using anything because I'm not keeping up with the production when it comes to emptying them. So probably the first thing to fail is this one when it comes to keeping up the substrate part. The water and the energy are keeping up pretty well. I think it's just the substrate and the liquid fertilizer thing. Okay. One other thing you can try is something like this. And this one, if this one has autoload in it, I'm not sure actually, so let's try. Usually it does, but I don't know if this specific trailer will. Okay, so let's check this one. Okay, I don't think that this one has autoload in it actually. I mean, it didn't say autoload, so most probably it doesn't. This one doesn't. No, it has autoload in it. Okay. So as you can see with this one, the way this one loads, like the autoload script, it doesn't load the items per se, but it loads the what do you call it? The crop as if it was like from a silo. So that means you can take a lot more with this. You can load a lot more, but you can only load one thing. So let's say right here on this one, why is it not working? I don't know. So let's empty it. So right now that one will only handle lettuce. I mean, that can work if we run like lettuce in one and strawberry on whatever, but if you wanna get all production at the same time, like efficiently, like maximize your production, you should run all of three of them at the same time to get all three products. But if you're running like one row is going to be lettuce and another row is going to be tomatoes, then this would work. But as you can see here, this is not working with this setup. So out, and can I move this out of here? Yeah, and you can see them there. I think the best way to do this is to run with this one. And hope for the best. So running it with this one, grabbing all the items, moving around and putting them there. I think that's how this can run. This one is out of space and not producing, so that's why it's not there. I mean, all in all, it's a nice mod. It's just has its downsides. But all in all, it's a really nice mod. It doesn't have the like awareness, probably, I'm not sure, like about its surrounding. I was hoping that the seeds and everything is taken from one place and moved around, but with the game's limitation, I understand how this mod was made and what it's relying on, so it makes sense to do it this way, I would say. And what's this? Okay, this is just your good old nuclear waste, I guess. Eco wheel. At least it's eco wheel. Everything here is ecological, even the mattress. So next step is going to be to stop the time from going forward like crazy. Let's put it to real time, I guess. And I'm going to make a big one, like in here. So let's see. This one did not work, so this is a failed experiment. Can I demolish trees? No, I can't. So I need a lot of space. Without the trees interfering. That's the problem I have with this map. Okay, so now the superpower is working again for some reason, so I'm not gonna ask why. Okay, so this is one tree out. I'm just thinking, how big is it going to be and where am I gonna do? Probably cut these trees, get rid of this slide. Then it's going to be from here to here. So yeah, let's do that. So I need to cut these trees really fast. I should have went to the frontier actually. The map is really nice to test stuff out. Is this an oak? Yeah, this is an oak. Okay, so that one is gone. This one is gone. Let's see. I think this is the last one we need to get rid of. I'm thinking about starting a another map, like playthrough. The frontier one, I think it's. I'm gonna probably make 2 or 3 more episodes on that map. The next episode, I think, is gonna be a yearly overview of what we did on the map, and then probably going to buy the remaining frontier land while selling dirt to subsidize our expansion. The production we have, like the passive production, is paying up, like the greenhouses and everything. That's why I was thinking about subsidizing that with this greenhouse. So let's see. So yeah, I think this setup will work. So let me demolish the light. And let's start working on this. Maybe I can't get through. Okay, so yeah, I think this is good. So let's go to greenhouse. So I'm gonna start with on the top. So that one would be module 4. Come on. And this is something I hate, is it's really finicky to get orientation. So let's get module 4 up here to give us space. So this is our module 4. So this one is the top corner. And then after that, I'm gonna use module 2, which is a module, according to the diagram, that you can plant in, and it has a wall on the left side, which is going to be perfectly aligned with this one here, and as you can see there. So I'm gonna run 2 of these, like 1 and 4 and 2, and I'm gonna run 3, which is just empty, and then I'm gonna run 2 again, and then I'm gonna run 1. Maybe what I'm gonna do is, let's demolish this. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna route another 2 like this, and then a 3, then 1, 2, and module 1. So this is like a line, and then we need to use module 10 or 12 on the top, module 7 or 11 on the bottom. I'm gonna use the module 7 and 10 because they have doors in them. So as you can see here, 7, I can run 7 or 11. So if I go to 11, 11 can go here, and 7 can do the same. So I'm going to run with 7, and this will allow the tractors to like drive through this area, if that makes sense. Okay, so that is that, and then on the middle I'm gonna run with module 8. Then module 9. That was weird. Then module 8 again, twice. Then let's demolish the right here. Then the one I need after that is module 10. So that's gonna be this one. Okay. And now it's getting a bit weird to align it. It's not aligning. Is there something I'm doing with the... Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Does it? I'm not sure. Let's see. Does this look good? No, it does not look good because it is really crooked. So let's go to the landscaping and let's level this. I think I should have leveled the whole thing beforehand, but it looked pretty level to me from the top, so that's why I didn't do this. But apparently I was building through a hill. And we can smooth the transition later on. But let's go back to production greenhouse. I think it was module 10 that we were trying to build that was not matching. But hopefully it matches now. No way. Is match? I think it is. Okay. I think. Not sure. I think this one is wrong. So let me see. This one is nice. So that was his module A. Okay. And then I need to close this off with the opposite module. So that would be, let's see, production greenhouse modules. Module 4, I think, to get the bottom corner. And then now module 4 is wrong. It worked, but it's wrong. It is module 13. This is the one. And then it's 14. Okay, it's weird. Okay. Then module 15. What's that one? Now it's 14 again, twice. 1, 2. And then it's module 6. And now we have our mega greenhouse. I mean, this one looks nice actually. If we take a look at, let's remove the UI, yeah. Let's fly. I mean, it's not that bad. It's actually a nice looking greenhouse. We can like change the texture, but so let's do that. So let me just do some landscaping. So all of this is grass, and let's use dirt inside if it will allow us to use dirt inside. Doesn't want to. That is not good to get some good pictures. So my thinking was to have dirt inside, but maybe I can demolish them and rebuild them or repaint them. But that is that. Is this, what do you call it? Sustainable, like with these greenhouses? I mean, I'm gonna compare them with the other greenhouses that I usually use. So let's build one or two of those. So if I go to production greenhouses, and the ones I use are the multi-crop ones. So these are my standard greenhouses that I use in most of the playthroughs. And the nice thing about those is they have a like left and right, so you can have a really nice uh, really nice like long productions. But the maximum you can do with these is this amount here. You can't do more than that. So this here is like the maximum unit or the biggest unit you can make, which is 4 greenhouses. Compared to this one, I mean, this one you can just keep on going forever. So when it comes to that, that is good. When it comes to realism, I would say probably this is one is more realistic. I'm not really that experienced with modern greenhouses in real life, so I can't really answer that. We used to have greenhouses while I was growing up, but nothing um, nothing modern. It was really all technology, like some plastic on top of stuff, and keeping the temperature on and off was making sure you open the door in the morning and you close it during the day or at the evening, or like before you leave, or things like that. So it was really rudimentary, and I'm talking like 30 years ago, like 25 years ago or something. So probably it was more advanced in other parts of the world, but what we had, that's what I grew up with when I was a kid. No fancy glass, everything was just tubes and plastic on top of it. So this is our greenhouse. So let's grow things in here, if it will allow me. So let's see. So it is ordered by modules. So as ordered by name. So the ones with 14 and 13 are at the top. So these ones will require seeds. So I need to grab seeds for all of these. And I also need to turn in the automatic. I don't need automated water actually. They will get the water directly from the what do you call it? The nutrition water thingy. The only problem I have is the substrate. If we can get the substrate production up and running, because then you don't have to buy it all the time manually. So if you can like have a factory that makes it, and then you can just use distribute with that. That would make it really good. So, and these are the 4 ones that we bought. They're talking about, and that one will allow you to grow multiple things. And like it has the crops in groups. So if you need, let's say you're not planning on growing cotton, but you need it, you can like subsidize your farm, or if you need some things, we don't have the fields for it, things like that, or like you need some grains for some flour recipe. So this is what do you call it? This greenhouse is really nice when it comes to getting productions that you usually don't run. For example, I usually don't run any potatoes or beets, so I like to have them run on the greenhouses. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this. I'm going to give them water because they need water. And I'm going to see how much I will get from these. I mean, you can see it here, you can do the math. Probably the other ones will just slaughter these. Let's see, how much do these produce? 144, and you get 500. Yeah, it's like nothing compared to this one. So production number wise, these are industrial grade. The problem with this one is the logistic thing, and this is more to do with the game, is not really that well made. Probably if there was like a trailer or like something to move the stuff around really fast, it would make everything run smoothly. So let me think. I'm thinking about something. I know there are some small tractors for let's see, with some small trailers and things like that. Think like something like this. Not that specifically, but let's see. I'm trying to find. Okay, these. How much can these take? 32, still less than the 16. Okay, this one, 6. So let's try this one. Better than 12. Way better than 12. So try this one. Let's see. I mean, this one is flat. No, I can't try. This would be so fun. Use a flat deck to load everything into. I mean, for realism, if you want to use some like forklift or telehandler or something, you can do that. The maneuvering space is not that much, so that makes it challenging. Let me see. The other one is a tank. I think the tank is under miscellaneous actually. Okay. Okay, this one requires a truck. So I'm trying to find a tank that we can use with a tractor that we can fill with herbicide and stuff like that. To put it in there. Yeah, we can't do that. So the next thing I need to do is I need to get a small trailer. I think all trailers will do now that are not triple high. Like anything with normal height will probably work, and then we can use that one to put seats in and use that one for seats. Yeah, this one is high. Maybe this one. Can use this one. Does this one take seats? Yes. Let me get 2 tractors really fast. I'm thinking like really small tractors if I can find any small tractors. Let's see. There is this one. And I think there is a mod with small tractors. Like Antonio something. Yeah. This one. So maybe we can grab one of these small ones. Because these ones are for grapes. Yeah, exactly. So I'm thinking about using one of these grapes to okay, yeah. 2 of these to run. I don't know if they can handle the would that say European road sign? Okay, so this is auto load. Okay, so this one is the second one we run with. what we need first is we need to get the seeds in, and I'm trying to get the seeds, and I don't know if I can what do you call it, use the seeds from the pallets directly on this one, but I'm gonna give it a try, see how it works. So we have this one here, so I'm going up here, and I'm going to take the pallets. I mean, it is still weird with the... Let me just try something else. I think I might have a building that sells that. I'm not sure. Let's see. This one can be filled by seeds, but I think I have a buying station. A silo that can be filled with different things. Sounds like something, and it's made by the same guy. Sounds like something that might work with the fertilizer, lime, seed, other. Okay, it's the same thing. Again. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, I'm thinking of maybe this one is something we can use. Let's see. That what's this? Can we buy seeds in here? Yes. Now, can this one fit inside the... No, I don't think so. I think this one is too large to fit in there, actually. The tractor will, and this one will not. Okay. So we need something that is not as high as this one to work inside there, so... let's leave this one here, and I'm just going to take it with superpower and move it out of the way. Try to find the trailer that we can use in there. Trailers. So last time we got this one did not work. I mean, this one doesn't have any. Maybe this one actually. Because then it still needs something that has some space in it. Otherwise, why bother? Maybe this one will run in there, and then we can run this one with a... yeah, that might be a way to fix this. So let's buy this one. Let's buy this one with a real capacity. I did not expect it to be like that, so let's try again. Was it this one? So how can I attach it then? Okay, that's a plow mount. That's the wheel setup. Engine. So how can this be attached to this? I'm not sure, to be honest. Let me try with this one instead. I'm just trying to get this one to work, like trying to get some setup where I can run this one. Okay, so I can take this one, fill it with seeds and use it to fill everyone. I think that's something we can try. Okay, it's gonna be a while to find the seeds. Fertilizer is there, seeds. Okay, that's gonna cost a lot of money, but we have sheets for that. And then I still have to go over the grapes mod, what do you call it? The grapes DLC. Let's see. It was the wrong button. I don't think this one will be enough actually to run all of these. So let's hope it can, but can it even tip? Okay, no. Okay. So this is not working at all. No. So that's a bummer. I mean, it looks nice, but it's a bummer that it doesn't work. What about you? No, you're just being a diva. That's all. Let me take a look at the side. You need a backhand first. That's weird because I don't really know how that what do you call it, if there is a dolly I can use with that truck or not, but still right now, even with this one, I don't get any option to tip it, and if I try to force tip it, it doesn't work. So what I can do is I can run it with, okay, but now it's working. So it is really specific with its positioning. Okay, that's one. Can I get another one? That's two. That's three. Okay, now it's working fine, so I think I was maybe a bit too much to the right. Let's see. Let's try again. And this time I'm going to run really close. Yeah, now it's working. So I think I was, you can see the trail of the truck. I was a bit too far because I didn't want that to happen. Uh, so that's why it didn't prompt me to unload the seeds. So let's move forward. Come on. You're a champ, you can do it. Nope. And the funniest thing is I was just stuck like a second ago. And I was like, I need to make sure that doesn't happen again. And of course it happens again. So one truck is probably enough to fill all of these. So logistics wise, this can be done. So now the question is, how many months does it last? To see if it's worth it or not. Because if I'm gonna be spending time running this every day, is it worth it to run this, or should I just keep running cows, for example, through Maize Plus, and that's a lot of money they can make you. Okay, it's a bit too far, I guess. Let's try again. Can you do it? No, this one is not. Okay, now it's triggered. See, hopefully everyone has enough seeds now. But I mean, all in all, the mod is really nice. I was hoping that the greenhouse is treated as one greenhouse instead of multiple greenhouses. And as I said, I understand why it is handled this way, like when it comes to the game. But it adds a lot of fun things to do with the with all the stuff you need to feed the greenhouses. Come on, trigger, please. Okay, good. So now I think all of these are running or missing stuff, but they all should have seeds. Okay. So one is missing seeds. This one. And this one. No, only this one. So one is missing seeds. For this one, I'm just gonna buy the seeds from here. And let me check the seeds. I think it's under here. This one is 4,000, and I can get 1,000 seeds, I think. Here. So you get 5,000 too. Here we go. And then another 1,000. And this one is at the same level as everyone else right now. So now what remains is to make sure these are running. I mean, they're all running, so make sure they get what they're missing. I mean, this one is missing everything. So the heat they get from the one on top, this one. This one is missing straw, so we need to get this one. This one is missing stuff. So let's see. The What's the other thing they're missing? The distribute thing. This one is gonna be a problem, as we have already established. And what else do we have? The water one is nice. So I think the thing we need the most is gonna be the substrate. So let's let the game run, like speed-wise. And let's see what happens. And I need to buy straw, so I think I'm just gonna buy straw directly in the production chain over there. Because I'm buying straw anyway, so let's just get this one running. So the straw is running, now we're getting hot air. And now it's scary. Let's get lights on really fast. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So what is this one missing? So the thing that's not keeping up is the hot air production. And the hot air production makes sense that it's not keeping up because this one is really struggling. It doesn't really produce a lot with the straw. Maybe with the wood chips it would produce more, but if I want to get that, I would need methane. And to get methane, I would need the BGA. So let's see. Can we get... Is it an easy thing to get a BGA up and running? I mean, this one produces methane directly, so I don't need to make I don't need to make a modular one. So that's something that we can run with directly if you want. So we don't have to make any like big thing to get that. So I'm just gonna get a BGA for the methane really fast. Let's put it in here. So now we have a BGA, I think. Yeah, that looks like a BGA. And for the BGA, you need to get manure or silage or something like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to buy some of this stuff. Like if you're running cows, you have a lot of these stuff anyway. And manure is really cheap to buy, so it's always a nice option to run. But manure gets used with a lot of recipes, so sometimes it's worth it just to keep the manure. But now we have methane. And let's see if this one captures it directly or not. So that's the thing I don't understand with this one. Because I think here the methane just gets sold directly. You only get the digest state, I think. Now I understand. So if I want to get the methane, I really need to use a modular one. And that's why they were saying if you want the methane, you need to run the you can't run it from this BGA. You need to run it from the actual mod that the guy made. So makes sense because methane is an actual product that gets stored in there. It doesn't get stored automatically, and that's why you can distribute it. So I now understand why they mentioned that in that job description, in their mod description. And I'm sorry, Mark, when it comes to my chat responses, my second monitor is dead, so I can't really see the chat, but the game was turning into a survival like horror game with, especially with the flashlight. So that's why I needed to put the light on. Like I can see this being Slenderman if we keep delving here. Like something scary will jump at us. But and I'm not sleeping through the night. Usually I try to sleep through the night while I'm streaming, but I don't even have a house in this map, so I'm just trying to test the mods in. So let's try to keep it into a farming simulator. I have a chainsaw actually. It's gonna be a fun thing. Slenderman versus chainsaw. That's a nice encounter. Maybe we should make a mod with that. You don't sleep at night, you get ambushed by some zombies. Let me get this one off, and I'm gonna try to make the smallest modular BGA you can make. All of this to make some fruit. So, I mean, it is fun, but it is starting to get extreme when it comes to the requirements. So let me check the what do you call it, the greenhouse, the productions, and then do not do with pumps and hoses according to the mod, otherwise you end up with the same issue. Either the lizard one or the other one, and I have no idea how these ones run. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm not gonna delve into this one. Probably I'm gonna make another video with, or stream with, trying these both. I'm going to actually buy the methane straight into the production in here, in the heating one. So this one. So I'm just gonna buy the methane. It's not that expensive money-wise. Just to get this one up and running, because this one will give us a lot of hot air, and I think this is the key to making the hot air that these need. Like you see, the hot air is our like bottleneck at the moment. The substrate is our second, going to be our second what do you call it, issue. So those, we already established that a while ago, that the substrate is going to be a problem. Methane is, what do you call it, the hot air is really easily fixable with the methane. So if we run a BGA, we can do that, but the substrate is always going to be a problem. But I think the Achilles heel for this mod is the substrate. Like, it's just going to take a lot of manual work to keep that one up and running. So that's the problem I see with that one. I mean, it is a really nice mod, all in all. Will I be using this? Probably. Will I prioritize this mod over this mod? It depends. The nice thing with this mod is it's gonna give you a lot of money. The amount of production this one is making is nothing compared to all the other mods. So if you want to use this one like greenhouses on an industrial scale, this is a really nice mod. The problem with this mod is it's going to require a lot of hand holding and a lot of real time to get all the items out, to sell them, to do all of that. So that's the thing I see with it. It's not an investment when it comes to it's not a question if the investment is good when it comes to the in-game time. It's clearly a really good investment. The question is mostly about real life time, and I think for me it's a bit too much for a greenhouse to babysit. Like, I think that's my verdict for this one. Really good work by the modder. It's a really nicely done mod. It looks nice, especially with the amount of multiple pieces you can use, and can make it as small or as big as you need. But for running greenhouses, like for me, the reason I run greenhouses is I want some passive income and some passive production on the side. I think I will stick with other mods unless I just want something different. So that's that. So now the other thing I need to look at is how can we make grapes. So let's stop the time from moving. Let's see. Yeah, let's put it back to real time. Let's not do that. Let's keep the time running. Let's make sure we're not in scary land. Go to normal human time. And then when it's like 6, I think, or 5 or something, I will put the time back to normal. And then, so, I mean, this is what we have when it comes to the to this mod. It's really nice. And now I'm just going to give the DLC a walkthrough and understand what is it for. I really didn't read the what they call it, the release notes for the DLC. I saw some videos like when they showed some of the pictures a while ago. I know it's for grapes, and I know I never do grapes, and I know what they say. It's more of a you can run like multiple things with it. So this one is, I don't understand the configuration actually. So I'm gonna buy both. So okay, let's do this. Let's do this because I'm gonna be running precision farming. So this is one. This is the second one. Okay, so these are two. I think this is the same. Yes, it's just a different size. So this one is the small one, this one is the big one. I think it's slurry and manure, maybe. This one can be a harvester or multi-row sprayer or overloading harvester. I don't know what this is. Okay. So I'm gonna buy all three. And now I'm understanding what's the thing with this mod is instead of buying this 3 times like I'm doing right now, I think the idea is you buy it once and then you reconfigure it. And this one is just a windrower, I think. 12 meters. I mean, it's not that bad. I usually run with the bigger one, but why have a windrow with these, which are made for grapes? I have no idea, but that's what the mod is. And as I said in the beginning, if this was a mod, I probably wouldn't install it. I have it as part of the, what do you call it, yearly pack, premium edition thing. So I'm already making a, a judgment before I'm even trying this, but you can tell sometimes that is this something for you or not. So I can fill this one with digestate or slurry. Okay, so so if I was running a BGA, because that's what I have in the frontier map, probably this is something that I can use the digestate for. So this one can be used for field. So this one is not even for grape works, I guess. This one can be used for any field. I don't really know the let's see, the working width of this one. I don't think they mention it anywhere. Can this guy figure it out? No. Okay, no idea. So let's see how this one works. Or do I need to get a... Let me check this one. Because if I have a slurry tank, that's probably need exactly... I need to get something to spread with it. So that would be this one. And then I think it would make sense Yeah. And now it's 18 meters, and then you can run, and now it's just a standard slurry tank. A really expensive one at that. Okay. Is it worth it? Like, I'm not being impressed. And starting from the position I was in the beginning, it is really not giving me more impressing me more. So this one is gonna be running with manure most probably. Yeah. And then this one has 24 meters, and you don't need to buy something else with it. So if I'm gonna be picking one or the other, I'm probably gonna be picking this one. So this one have something to open it, and then you can run it like this. I usually try to use liquid fertilizer when I'm running, so I probably be using this one, but the width is not that high. If I was running like, do need to fertilize something, I'll probably be fertilizing with this one. So it can run herbicide or liquid fertilizer, so that's always nice that you can run those two. So the thing with this one now is the I mean, okay, to give it one thing, this one looks really cool, so that's one thing. This one is a harvester or something. And the other one is, let me just try again and understand what they are. One is a harvester and one is a harvester or something else. I don't know what that is, but let's see. So this one doesn't harvest anything, so that is clear. Okay, this one can take grapes in. And I don't know what this one is trying to do. I'm just going to go to the where is it? Grapes technology, most probably. This one. So this one is a harvester. And this one has two setups. One is harvester, one is overloading harvester. Okay. Maybe I understand what this is. This one, like, yes, exactly. Okay. So this one is you run and you have something where you fill it. Okay. And this one has a tank that you fill, but does it have, can't pipe anywhere? So now what we need is we need grapes. And as I said, I never made grapes before, so let's see. These are grapes. Can I? Okay, this cannot be planted in June. I think I can jump back in time. Now we're in March. Can we plant this now? I don't like the fact that it's dark and it's 6 in the morning. The light in this map is a bit too extreme for my liking, that's for sure. I mean, it went from light to the Day of Judgment, like 6 AM in the morning, and you can't see anything. So production, orchards, and olives. So let's see, where can I do these? We can run them. Okay, so let's pretend this tree doesn't exist. Instead of pretending, let's make sure that this tree doesn't exist. I think I saw something when it comes to the forestry that can exactly turn trees into wood chips. Probably gonna buy that one. Gonna throw the whole tree in there. I don't know if it works or not. Let's give it a try. Okay, let's buy this one. I should have grabbed a tree processor. Especially with this tree, it would have managed to clean it in one. Come on. This tree is gone. Okay. Can I do this? No, I can't. Like, the game is like, you really can't do this. No. So let's see. And pipe first. Can you move out of the way? Thank you. Let's pretend I didn't aim like that. Okay. So this one is getting processed, at least. So I managed to do one thing correctly here. Let's see. So we need to make grapes, we need to harvest them, we need to mulch them, we need to do all of those fun things. Let's see, if I go to grape technologies and see what we need to buy. So I need to buy this. And I'm going to the DLCs and I'm gonna go and grab some of these grape ones. This one was nice, so we're gonna go with the same. So this one we're gonna use to work the grape fields, and this one is gonna be used to harvest it. The spray is gonna be used for fertilization and to deal with herbicide, and these have no use. So this one, I'm not gonna use it. This one, probably not gonna use it too, but if I'm running a digestate thing, maybe. And I will give the windrow a run actually, so let's try that. So if I go and buy a mower really fast, this one, let's run with this one. I'm just gonna try the windrower and see how it works. I usually run with a 20-meter windrower, and it's a lizard one, so it's not really realistic. I had, I think, another an 18 or a 14-meter windrower that was more realistic before. Because I'm running a lot of baling operations on the frontier map, so having an efficient way to run to make bales is always welcome. So I'm just gonna give this one a try, and the thing that will decide its future is, does it windrow on the middle, or does it just put them to one side? So if it does it on the middle, that means I can use it. If it puts them to the side, probably I won't have any use for it. Given that I use courseplay, and courseplay will struggle with the path. So I don't know if this one can connect to things or not. I'm just testing that out. So this one can't. So let's just buy a tractor, I guess. Let's get the large one. Let's get this one. Not this one. This one. I mean, I'm gonna get the tractor that I usually work with, actually. I usually work with the 150 International, so it's this one. This is the one I usually run with. Front attacher, 150 horsepower. GPS, so let's buy this one. So this is my normal setup in the frontier map. I have some other tractors. I have a Fiat, I think, and some other thing that I used to start to run, but this is the tractor that I run the most, given its price and horsepower. It's surprisingly good quality for money. So that, let's do it here. Let's see, where does it make the... Is this land not mine, or what's happening? No, it is mine now. Yeah, it is taking it to one side, and for me that's a big no-no when it comes to running a windrower. I can probably calculate the path with courseplay on how to do this, but to keep things simple for me, what I like to do is, I understand why I run it this way. So what I like to do is this: I like to run my windrower, and then create the same path, or like load the same course play path into my baler and let it run the same course, and then the baling will be done automatically. If I have something that does it like this, so that means I will run. I mean, in a way, this will end up with less, what do you call it, with smaller windrows, or like less number of windrows to bale. So I understand that, because you run and then you turn around, and then you end up with the same, what do you call it, with one line merged. So I understand the appeal of this in real life too. But when it comes to how I play the game, this will not work for me. I mean, I understand, like, you can say, oh, it was just created 2 instead of 4 windrows, and I agree with that, but the way I play the game, this is not something that I can really use, to be honest. Which is a shame. I was actually looking forward to the windrower when I realized that they're gonna have one. So there is that. So let me just get rid of this. And this one stopped working, so let's just throw it away. So let me just drive this one. And given the amount of moving parts of this truck, now I understand why it was expensive. And let me just see what I'm going to make. I mean, this can be a field. If I demolish this one, from here to here, say we will run this one for the grapes. Okay, that was bad. And you don't get your money back when you destroy these. That sucks. So let's try again. Can we toggle snapping on? But the snap is not working for some reason. Okay, now it's working. Now it's good. So let's demolish this one. Let's turn on the snapping the grid. This is expensive. Running grapes is really expensive, so I figured that out now. So let me I'm just gonna use superpower to clear the path, and I'm gonna make a grape thing. So what do we need? We need plowing? Okay. Is there a plow that can run through these? That's gonna be a fun thing to see. Let's see. Action, orchard. I mean, that's why someone made a mod with cheap grapes. Like, you don't need the fancy champagne stuff. It's not like you're not even in Champagne to make champagne grapes. Okay. So now I understand why this one is someone made this mod, otherwise it's really expensive to make a vineyard. Okay, last one. The oak tree has some other thoughts, I guess. Oh, okay. So this is our gray patch. It's not a big one, but it's a decently sized one, I would say. Okay, so these have colliders in them. So if I need to plow these, how would I plow these? So let me go to packs and see grapes and see what they suggest you buy. Okay, so I can buy this one instead of plow it. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, and this one is a mulcher. And then I have a pruner, which is this one. And then a harvesters. Okay. So now I'm starting to understand a bit the challenges when it comes to grape production. We have grapes, but we don't have grapes in a commercial setting when it comes to our farm. And so we don't have this type of rows. It's like we have a lot of space to do everything, and we do not really plow by machines in our farm. Everything is done by hand, so you don't really need to worry about like space for machines and things like that. But now I'm really understanding the why these small tractors exist. I'm like, yeah, just use a bigger tractor, but no, you really need to use a small tractor for grapes. So these tractors have an important use case. So I guess the needs plowing is gone. It's good. It's gone here, no. And I don't really know how to make grapes work with coarse play, so that's something else we need to try and look into. So this one is good. I mean, I can go up and down like this to make it all plowed because I'm Bane. But I think for the sake of keeping this fast, I will just go and run once between every grape line. But plowing with this small plow is challenging, and I'm trying to understand how Courseplay can handle this. I thought the grapes would not have colliders, but they do, and that makes it a challenge. Probably there is a way for Courseplay to do it, because the other thing, it's just up and down, like no headlands or anything. And if you disable turn inside, I don't know. It's, I think, still a challenge for Courseplay to do grapes the way I see it now. But I need to take a look at it, how to automate it with Courseplay. One thing I'm gonna take a look at is, while we're here, is I need to go to this one and can I not buy soil samples? No. So I will just get the soil samples for this land. Before I continue, so I'm just gonna get the precision farming thing. What do you call it? The soil composition scanner, Isario something. It's this one, the Scout, Isaria Scout. So I'm gonna get the Scout. Run the Scout and get the soil samples. Probably we can get away with running 1 or 2 samples for the whole thing. Back. Okay, so soil samples are sent, then we can understand the soil composition. So silty clay. I mean, do I have any other fields I need to get? Do I own any land? Okay, I understand. You need to get soil composition info in all your lands, and because I own a lot of lands, that's why it's not working. So that's a horrible implementation thing they have. This. I was checking how long the stream was going for, and it's been 2.5 hours. I was aiming for 2 hours. Still, I think I'm gonna continue the over the OXBO pack. As I said, most of it I do not really care about. I would say all of it actually. None of those machines I can see myself using. Except maybe the grape harvesters if I run grapes. I don't know to compare it with other grapes harvesters because I didn't run with them before. So that's something that I do not know. But let's see. I think running the what do you call it? The fertilizer with that machine that can go on top of the grapes is really good. I don't think there is any other machine that does that. And I don't know if that can work with olives or not. And the distance between olives, like, is it the same as grapes or is it different? So let's see, is it still need plowing? Okay, yep, a lot of this still needs plowing, even after I went over it. So apparently you need to go both ways for this to work. Okay, that's working now. None of this. Okay, this one needs to say needs plowing, and this one is complaining that it needs plowing. Okay, so let's finish these two, I think. And then I'm just gonna go and run on the final part. So now this is plowed. So what that means is we need to run a we need to run something to fertilize the land, because, and something with pH. So I don't know how that works actually for grapes. So let me go grapes and see if there is anything with lime in it. No, 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 nothing actually. How can I get lime then? Spreaders? Is there any small spreaders? Planters. Yes. Yeah, we can run with this one. Or this one. Yeah, we can run with this one. So this we can run the lime with. So now the plow is ready. So this one we finished plowing. Let me just get something with lime in it. Okay, now it's the other way around. I actually like this tractor. I mean, it's a bit expensive and underpowered, but I like it. And requires daylight. Okay, so we need to advance time apparently, because this one is like, no, I'm not working. Okay, do you have daylight? No. Okay. I need a wait. I think that's the understatement of the century, but I really need to have a wait with this one. So let's do that. Let's grab some weights. Okay. I think this would be enough. Okay, no. Nope. I mean, we can do this game, which is called spray on the sides. And then you spray like this. Like, you can't really spray grapes. That is a weird quirk when it comes to game design from Giants. If they didn't have any spreader for grapes. Like, you can't get perfect score on grapes because you can't add lime to the with the current technology we have. And that's lame. I know it's lime and lame, but that's lame if you can't do that. Hopefully I can reach there. No, I cannot. Okay, so let's do this. So the part over there is what I can't reach. Let's see. Okay. Still not perfect, but better than what I expected though. So you need to make is this same size as this one? I don't know, maybe this one would work. Let's see. After MacGyvering my way through the spreading this, you're like, okay, let's see, maybe this one will work. And maybe this one will work actually. let's get this one out of the way. That's not what I thought I did, but apparently I did something else. So you can be hit like this. Yeah, I think this one can fit the grapes. So, but this one is not, even this one is not base game actually. So, yeah, maybe this one is the, no, this one is too big actually for base game. These are too big. This is too big. So this one, which is a mod, is what you probably can run for the yeah, this is so weird that you need to run a mod for the grapes just to get something basic like being able to use lime and get precision score for that. But the lime is nice, the grapes are growing, so I don't know what I need to do next for the grapes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this one go, and I'm gonna let the time go forward actually. So let the time move. And I'm going to see if the map, I don't think, doesn't show anything when it comes to the okay, foliage. So I think that's the one that, no, I think remove foliage is when you need to, for potatoes and things like that, not for grapes. I don't know if they need pruning the first year. I don't think so. I don't think it's doing anything. So I'm going to build a house, like any house, farmhouses that I can sleep in. Let's see. There is this one. Let's grab an Italian house. I mean, we're making grapes now, so might as well grab something with some grape influence in it. So let's do that. I'm confused, but I will find my way eventually. Yeah, here it is. So let's sleep, so let's have the time move forward. I don't think this would require anything. Okay, no, they're good. So they don't need any nitrogen, so I don't really know what I'm going to be doing with the with this one. So how much? Okay, so it goes with 2 at the same time, I guess. So can run it here. And the thing this is missing is it doesn't have a I mean, this one is nice. When it comes to spraying the grapes. If I can maneuver it, it's not stupid friendly. So, guess superpower can rescue us from ourselves. What? Even superpower can't save. I think in the end I picked up a wrong lane, but who cares at the moment. But you can see that I'm double spraying that one. And I want to see the effect of this one is having on the nitrogen. I don't think it's adding anything actually, because it doesn't require anything, so this is weird when it comes to the nitrogen. Like, if grapes do not need any nitrogen, then why have a sprayer for them? Like, I'm really confused. But it is really nice with its working width. Like, it can work multiples at the same time, so that's really nice. I mean, if you can have a setup like this with plows, that would be a lifesaver. Because probably you need plowing a lot with the grapes. Okay, and this is the final one, and we have our nitrogen done. Okay. So pH is perfect, nitrogen is perfect. So this one is a success. Growth stage is 5 out of 6. So let's sleep. Let's see what do we need. And then we need to see the harvesting one. So this is June. And growth stage is still 5 out of 6. So let's see the map and when can we start harvesting grapes. Grapes we can start in September or October. Okay. We're in June, so we can just keep on sleeping, I guess. And then I can test the harvester and see how good it can deliver. But all in all, I'm not really impressed with the DLC. The other one, I actually like the. Where is it? It's here. Because I think this one is a DLC. Yeah, this one is a DLC. This one I like. It has like some efficient, usable tractors. This one I didn't really like. It's like more USA style of farming. I'm not really in tune with that. And I tried to use some of those silos and it was a mess to use. So they were not really good when it comes to game mechanics and gameplay. They were too finicky. So next month we can expect to start harvesting the grapes. So let's stop the time from running. And hope there are no rain. Gameplay settings, times, real time, and ready to harvest. So let's grab the first one. This one is the weird one. Because this one has a pipe in it. Leave. Okay. I remember I was asking like how would course play handle this, and now I'm asking how would I handle this. Okay, is that why? It wasn't even on. I mean, I'm harvesting this, but is it going nowhere? Am I losing production now? So when you run this, you run it with a... Okay, so I already lost that, so that's not good. You run this one, and then you have another small tractor with a small trailer running in there by your side, so I understand that one. And this one, and this one you just run, and then you empty it somehow. Okay, so another trick to keep in mind, try to align yourself before you hit the vein. Okay, perfect. And now this one should be running, I think. So I'm running this one. I mean, this one, like, okay, this is decent. Sorry about that. I'm not used to this microphone. Okay, so this one is a decent harvester, but I'm just going to go and grab other harvesters. 3,000. So when it comes to the capacity, okay, so let's buy this one. When it comes to just harvester, I think I would pick this one. When it comes to running with a trailer by your side, the other harvester is nice. I don't know if I can run like follow me or something with that, but it's a bit hard to do most if you're playing single player with the collision of the grapes, but maybe I can try it with follow me down the line, and have a trailer follow you while you're doing grapes. But that said, this is, as I said, the first time I'm doing grapes, and I'm really not looking forward to doing grapes again, to be honest. It's not the type of farming that I like. I mean, in real life I like it, so that's the fun thing. But as I said, for in our farm it's done by hand. So it's a totally different type of beast. And it's really inefficient, so... Yeah, that's the nice thing, you have this view at the bottom to look from actually. I was looking at the top, but no, you can just match it from the bottom. That's nice. So now that I compared that one to this one, I like this one more actually. Because this one you get fed like fast the grapes, so you know how much you're getting before that one. This one, as I said, is still a bit of a it's gonna be really weird to get this one to work if you're playing solo. So if you're playing multiplayer, I can see this one being really nice. Like, you pipe this out and you grab something to run with you. But if you're playing by yourself, which is how I'm playing, I don't see a way to get this one to work, so this is dead. I'm really interested to see how other people are using that one. This one, I thought it was for, what do you call it? I don't think this one is made for grape technology. I think this one is just slurry in general, so I think it's too expensive just for something that, yeah, exactly, this one is not made for grapes. No. This one, as I said, I can see myself using this one on some field or something, but for the price, it won't be the first thing I can see myself running toward. Can I even find it here? No. Forestry. Okay, slurry tank, is it here? Okay, yes. So, I mean, there is this one. I didn't even know it existed, and I didn't really care about it. So comparatively, I mean, it's the same size. This one is a bit bigger. Price is way higher, and I would just use a tractor. So all in all, yeah, I won't be using any of these machines, to be honest. Maybe the harvester if I'm running harvest, and even the harvester is not compelling me. The only thing is this one. This one I like. So I don't know when it comes to the grapes, like, do they grow weeds or something? If they need like to get I forgot the word, unweeded, like the weeds to be treated, then most definitely I would be using this one. So yeah, I think that's it for our impressions of these mods and DLCs. So this one, nice, but most probably I won't be running it because of how much hand holding it requires. But it can make some really amazing looking what do you call them, greenhouses and greenhouse systems. That one, no. I mean, in grapes in general, like, this is the first time I tried them, and I'm not really impressed with the efficiency when it comes to farming grapes. It's a lot of manual work, and if you have a huge patch of grape, you're gonna be spending a lot of time just to do manual, like plowing. It's really small width and all that, so it doesn't really scale when it comes to grapes. So these are the two things I have to say. If you ask me, should I buy this DLC? If you really need another manure spreader, maybe, but no. If you have it as part of the year, like the bundle, I mean, you have it. I'm not happy that I got this as part of the yearly bundle. I would have liked something else. But that's what we have. It's here. It's not going to go away now. So might as well make the best use out of it. So thank you for watching today. Sorry for the horrible audio quality and me mismanaging time and taking a long time to move from the modular greenhouse to the OXBO DLC, but that's my impressions and I hope you enjoyed them.